Hi there, my darling Aries. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of September the 8th, 2025. So, my darling Aries, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Then we'll do my 3-card spread using my Michelle Knight Tarot cards and then finish off with Angel Answer cards. All right, my darling Aries. Let us see what messages we've got coming in for you. So we just had that eclipse in Pisces. So yeah, let me know in the comments how was that energy for you. So there will be another eclipse in Pisces opposite sign of Virgo around the 21st, I think, of September. So this is a month of eclipses. So and we do feel the energy for, we can feel it for months afterwards. So let us see what we've got going on for you, my darling Aries. Fertility, love it. So this is like the Empress card in the tarot, that fertility card. You can see her heart chakra there is illuminated, and and growth. You can see it's all about new growth, new ideas, the birth of something new, whether that's actually the birth of a child, whether it's the birth of, just a new idea. But you have that beautiful, abundant, fertile type of energy around you as your overarching energy, my darling Leos, Aries. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Aries. What does Aries need to know for this week of September the 8th? Yeah, and there you go. There's new beginnings full. So you got 2 cards of something new coming in for you, my darling Aries. And the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Yeah, something's definitely changing for you. Your fortune's changing. All right, so what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So as I said, you start off here with the Fool card, and you can see it's a 0 here. This is the start of the Fool's journey. This is the start of the major arcana in the tarot. So the Fool is all about beautiful new beginnings and taking a leap of faith towards something new, my darling Aries. So I feel for you, and with that, especially with that fertility card as well, that there is something brewing, my darling Aries. For you, there is something, you're being encouraged to take some kind of leap of faith towards something new, is what I feel. I feel a lot of new energy around you, but I feel that there could be something holding you back, just with that 4 of Pentacles there, that you're feeling, you're not feeling that you can release, something. You're holding on a bit too tightly, maybe to an old idea. And I'll talk about that in a minute, but I'll keep going on about the Fool card, because I can just see the whole reading here in my head, but I won't skip ahead just yet, my darling Aries. So you can see here, she's just got this little tiny knapsack, and that is all she needs to take with her on this new journey. You only need the tools that you've got. You don't need to take unnecessary things with you into this next journey for you, my darling Aries. I feel that that's what that is trying to tell you. That's the message I was getting just looking at that little knapsack there, is to not to drag any baggage, so to speak, or past energy, past anything that hasn't worked out, anything that's past negative energy. Don't bring that with you, my darling Aries. Bring with you new starts and new ideas. What is driving this whole new energy forward? And I'm drawn to the dog here too, and I feel that for you is you've got some support here. Either somebody's going to come with you, or you've got the backing and the support that you need, whether it's friends, colleagues, work, a boss, partner even. So take that how it resonates, but I do feel that there is someone that's going to support you in this new beginning, my darling Aries, which I'm loving for you. And then you have the 4 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Pentacles is a card of, as you can see, she's holding on tightly here to this pentacle, and she's, you know, got these ones here in the traditional tarot. He's actually got his foot or his feet on the other two pentacles, keeping them exactly where they are. For me, this symbolizes to you, and just with what else is on the table here, what are you holding on to for fear of letting go, my darling Aries? That's the energy I'm feeling off this Four of Pentacles here, is that you want to take this leap of faith. You have this new idea that you want to go through, you want to move forward with, but something is holding you back. You have, whether this is old ideas, whether it's you feel you don't have the money, the funds, whatever it is, my darling Aries, I'm encouraging you to release this energy, because I feel that this is what is holding you back, or this is what will be holding you back, my darling Aries. If you feel that you can't move forward, this is what's going to keep you stuck here. And I mean, the Four of Pentacles, it's not a bad card. It's a card of stability. But what I feel here is that you're holding on too tightly to old ideas and feeling that, or you don't want to take that leap of faith, that you don't want to, or that you do, but you're uncertain. And that's the whole point of the Fool card, is to take that leap of faith, my darling Aries. So, you know, you need to, whatever you feel might be holding you back here, I'm encouraging you to release that energy. Release it so you can move forward, my darling Aries, with whatever this new idea is for you. Sorry, my little thing's just gone off. Let me just go down to here. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I feel that, you know, why I feel that is because of this Wheel of Fortune energy, and because of the fertility energy that's come in through, like the Empress, the birth of something new. I feel that, you know, these two cards go hand in hand here, because you've got the beautiful Wheel of Fortune card here. The Wheel of Fortune is all about fortunes turning. Now, whether they turn in your favour or not is going to be up to you, my darling Aries. Whether the wheel's going to spin this way or it's going to spin that way, it's going to be up to you, my darling Aries, as to which way this goes. And it's going to be up to you, as I said. So you can take control of the wheel, or the wheel will spin out of control if you don't take control. But I feel for you that you will take control of this, take control of your destiny here, once you can release whatever is holding you back, my darling Aries. So, I mean, that's definitely what I'm feeling here off the Wheel of Fortune. But I just feel it's critical for you to realise that you're in control, you're in charge, my darling Aries. I mean, your major arcana is the Emperor. You are in charge. You have control over your destiny, my darling Aries. Don't feel that you don't have that, you know, charge over your destiny, because you definitely do, my darling Aries. So if I'm going to put it all together, you've got two cards here of new beginnings, new ideas, you know, putting something new out into the world, my darling Aries. So you've got these two cards of that. The only thing that I can see is holding you back is this Four of Pentacles. It is something that you're unsure of releasing here. But I'm encouraging you to do that, because once you do, this is you releasing this is you taking control of your wheel, my darling Aries. It's you taking control of your destiny and moving forward in a beautiful new direction is what I feel for you, my darling Aries. So make sure you take that beautiful leap of faith, my darling Aries, because it's coming for you. That's what I feel. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I can definitely see that there is some some positive moves forward here for you, my darling Aries. But like I said, it is going to be up to you to take control. All right, let's see what messages from the angels we have for you. Yeah, you can't make this up. There it is. That's the third card now of abundance and new beginnings, my darling Aries. So you've got a golden opportunity coming in, my darling Aries. Yeah, remain positive, they say. Release that Four of Pentacles, fear, energy, my darling Aries. Yeah, communicate clearly. And I feel that communicate clearly is also with yourself. Communicate clearly with yourself, my darling Aries, because, you know, remain positive. Be mindful of how you're speaking to and about yourself. Oh, excuse me. You're ready, they say. Yes, you are, my darling. And there it is. Your yes, with the exclamation point, my darling Aries. I mean, you cannot make this up at all. All signs here point to yes for you, my darling Aries. And, you know, I'm just loving this energy. It is beautiful energy for you. So thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Taurus. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of September the 8th, 2025. So, my darling Taurus, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using the tarot cards here, and then we will finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Taurus, what messages does Taurus need to know for week of September the 8th? What does Taurus need to know? Ooh, love it. Material and spiritual prosperity. Love this for you. So I am feeling with the readings that I've done so far, this energy has been around material prosperity, or that there is better energy. This, we're coming into better energy, my darling Taurus. Sorry about that. I was just looking at Sagittarius. So we have eclipses. This we've had one just, or I think it's coming, either the 7th or the 9th in Pisces. So there's an eclipse in Pisces. I think it's on the 7th actually, and then we have another one on the 21st in Virgo, which is the opposite sign of Pisces. So there's we're coming into a lot of eclipse type energy, and that eclipse energy lasts for, can last for weeks and months, my darling Taurus, and we can feel that energy early. So I feel for you, being that the one for Virgo is your fellow earth sign, that, yeah, I just feel that there's a beautiful shift happening. I feel with those eclipses, or especially the eclipse in Virgo, that it's going to be all about our prosperity, or all about, we're even, thinking about wealth and security, my darling Taurus. So, take that how it resonates, but you definitely have got this energy of material and spiritual prosperity. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Taurus. What does Taurus need to know for this week of the 8th of September? Emperor, love it. Moon and Justice. Wow. 3 major arcana. Wow. What did I say about powerful energy? Oh yeah, there it is. Very, very powerful energy, my darling Taurus, as I said. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I will intuitively put the reading together. And we've got Pisces showing up here as well. So, Pisces with the moon, powerful, and especially that there's an eclipse happening. So yeah, this is blowing my mind a little bit, this reading. So love it. All right, you start off here with the Emperor. So this is Aries energy. So we've got Aries, Pisces, Libra here. So if you have any of these or all of these in your placements in your chart, I would definitely say to you to go and watch these other readings, because there will be I can feel that there's a message there for you, my darling Taurus. So you start off here with the Emperor. The Emperor, like I said, is Aries energy, but the Emperor is all about control and hard control, being even controlling, my darling Taurus. So, but I feel this is you, my darling Taurus. I feel that you are presenting this this week as the Emperor, that you are feeling in control. Like it really does remind me of this card as well. So we've got you standing here surveying all that you have built, my darling, excuse me, my darling Taurus. And then you have the Emperor here, same. You know, they virtually look like the same card. So, you know, it looks like that you're showing up twice here, my darling Taurus. And I feel for you, you can see that the Emperor here, he's got his world in his hands here. He sits upon his throne surveying everything. He has built his wealth. He has built his, you know, army. He is the Emperor. He has built his kingdom, my darling Taurus. So I feel that that's what your energy is this week, that you are feeling that you are surveying all that you have built, my darling Taurus. And like I said, with that material and spiritual prosperity, I feel this week, you know, the world is your oyster, basically, my darling Taurus, which I love for you. So yeah, powerful energy coming in for you this week, my darling Taurus. And then you've got the Moon card. So like I said, this is Pisces energy, but the Moon card, you know, is all about what's hidden in the shadows as well. So the moon illuminates. As we know, a full moon, you know, is bright, but it also casts shadows. So the meaning of the Moon card is to just beware of what's hidden in the shadows. It's a card of illusions and, you know, what could be hidden from you, my darling Taurus. I do feel that you need to just be aware of what is hidden in the shadows. There may be a Pisces in your life as well that this could relate to. Maybe a Pisces, you know, not hiding something from you, but, you know, just could be related to your reading in some way. So take that how it resonates. But what I feel for you off the Moon card, my darling Taurus, is to just be careful. Some people, you know, if you're, and look, don't take this the wrong way, but if you're sprouting about how well off you are and how amazing you are and how that you've done this and you've done that, and you're coming across a little bit arrogant, my darling Taurus, someone is watching and someone doesn't like it. So I feel that someone may be in the shadows, my darling Taurus, that someone just might be talking about you. And that's not it's really not what the Moon card means, but I feel that there's something being hidden from you. Take that how it resonates, my darling Taurus. But that's just what I feel off this Moon card for you. And then you've got the beautiful Justice card. So I feel whatever that, you know, is happening here, you're going to get justice for that. So if someone's spoken badly about you or tried to cause trouble or anything like that, you will get your justice here, my darling Taurus. And like I said, this is also Libra energy. You can see the scales of balance here. But what I actually feel off this Justice card is that, yeah, you're going to be receiving some kind of justice. So whether that's, you know, you might be hearing the outcome of a lawsuit that you were wanting, that you were, you know, someone was trying to defame you in some way or bring you down or tarnish your good name. Anything like that is what I'm feeling off this whole reading, especially with that Moon card, that someone behind your back or in the shadows has been trying to bring you down, my darling Taurus. And it's because I feel that you are successful here, that you are being successful, that you will be successful, and they don't like it. Not your problem, my darling Taurus. You do you, boo. But what I feel is that they have tried to take that away from you by speaking badly about you or something like that is what I feel. But I feel, my darling Taurus, that you will be victorious here. You know, you can see, this is the Lady Justice. She is righteous. You know, she is not going to, you know, allow anyone to speak badly about her. She will bring in justice, my darling Taurus. So if I'm going to put it all together, and I probably already have, but I feel you presenting here as the Emperor, I feel that this is you twice here. I feel like this is the universe saying, I meant what I said. I feel that you have abundance, material and spiritual prosperity around you. Stay in humility, my darling Taurus. If I can give you one word, it would be humility this week, my darling Taurus. Don't stoop down to somebody else's level of, you know, talking about you behind your back type of thing. But I do feel that's what this is about. Just beware of what is hidden in the shadows, my darling Taurus. But I feel whatever is happening here, you will get justice. If someone, you know, tried to, like I said, defame you or, you know, talk about you or, you know, put you down, whatever that means to you, you will get your justice, my darling Taurus. They will not win, is what I feel from this reading, which is amazing. You know, they messed with the wrong person, my darling Taurus. So if you are enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I'd love to know if this resonates, so please drop me a comment. You know, I'm very active in the comments, and I'd, you know, love to have a chat. So if you can see something here too that I can't, and you want to give that message, by all means, put it in the comments. I do not mind. All right, let's get final messages for you. Yeah, you can't make this up. Compromise. So scales of balance here, scales of balance on the Lady Justice card. There is something that is going to come to a compromise here, or a conclusion. And I feel it will be a win-win, my darling Taurus. Yeah, meditation brings answers. So you may need to go within here. Ask your angels for help. Oh, what did I just, as I said, ask your angels for help. Guess what card came up? Can't make that up. That is the universe saying, I meant what I said, my darling Taurus. So, well, that is spirit working through me, through the cards. You know, like I said, can't make that up. Within the next few months, they say, there's something better. Yes, there is. There is something better for you, and I feel it has to do definitely with that material and spiritual prosperity, my darling Taurus. So there is, I feel, I mean, there's powerful energies here with 3 major arcana in a 3-card spread for a start, but I feel if you can just keep humble, my darling Taurus, I feel that the week will, and the rest of the year will be beautiful for you, will feel abundant for you. You'll feel on track, my darling Taurus. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Geminis. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of September the 8th, 2025. So, my darling Geminis, we're just going to jump right in. Start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Geminis. What messages does Gemini need to know for this week of the September the 8th? Harmony. Oh, I love this. Gives me sort of Two of Cups vibes, this Harmony card. So, you know, there could be just, you know, it doesn't have to be love. Doesn't, you know, it just could be that you're feeling that there is a lot of harmony around you, my darling Geminis, at this time. You know, you are the sign of the Lovers. So, well, the sign of the twins anyway. So maybe, there could be some real, you might feel, that there is some harmony around you with you and someone else, or it doesn't have to be love. It could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a boss, it could be a colleague, it could even be a beautiful pet, my darling Geminis. But there's definitely, I love to see harmony as an overarching energy. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Geminis. What does Gemini need to know this week? The Magician, love it. Page of Wands. And the Page of Pentacles. It's a little boy, little pages coming in. So definitely some messages, and it could possibly be a new offer of relationship here. But anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. All right, so what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the beautiful Magician card, my darling Geminis. So the Magician is all about manifesting and, be careful what you wish for type of energy. So you can see here the infinity symbol. There's only 4 cards in the tarot that have this infinity symbol. And, it's a sign of infinite possibilities, my darling Geminis. You can also see the Magician here is master of all the suits in the tarot, my darling Gemini. So what I feel, what I feel for you this week is that your words are spells, my darling Geminis, that people are going to be drawn to you, that anything that you say, people are going to be hanging on your every word, if that makes sense. That's what I'm feeling just with what else is on the table, and just the energy that's surrounding these cards and this Magician card. I feel that, if you're wanting anything, it's going to be effortlessly drawn to you, my darling Geminis, if that makes sense. So what I am feeling here, though, is if you have been wanting a relationship, whether it is love or whether it is, just companionship that you're looking for, I feel it's coming this week. I feel that if that's what you're manifesting, my darling Geminis, that it's possible that this could come in for you this week with what's on the table here. So just be careful what you wish for, my darling Geminis, because I feel you just might get it this week. And then you've got the Page of Wands. So, if you've been watching me, pages in the tarot are messages, and we've got 2 pages here, and both very positive pages. So this Page of Wands comes in to spark some inspiration in you, to give you maybe a thought or an idea, or you can see the wand here that he holds is glowing. He's kind of going to encourage you, my darling Geminis, to go on some kind of adventure here. I feel that, and that might be an adventure with a new person, my darling Geminis. So take that how it resonates, but I feel, there could be just something sparks it in you, whether it's you hear, could it be an email? Could it be, I don't know, could you overhear something? Could a friend, say something to you? Could it be a phone call? Something is going to spark some kind of inspiration in you and make you feel that you want to move forward with this, whatever that is. It could be a person. Could be, like I said, could be a new person coming in. So, but I actually feel that it is too. That's, look, if you're not looking for love, like I said, it could just be a friend. You literally could be a new friendship coming into your life. It's up to you whether you embrace it, take it, whatever. But if it's love that you're looking for, I feel that you've got good cards here for that potential with the Harmony card and what else is here. Because then you've got the beautiful Page of Pentacles. So this little fella, he comes in to give some kind of gift from, or it is all about communication as well. So, you know, with the Harmony card here and the Page of Pentacles, I feel that look out for communications, my darling Geminis, because, and it could be, you know, someone trying to get your attention here is what I feel. That's what popped into my head with this. And could be someone wanting to build some kind of legacy with you, some kind of relationship with you. That's just what I feel. I can't deny it. If it's coming into, if it's popping into my head, I've got to say it. You know, if you're not looking for love, you know, take what resonates and leave the rest. If this reading isn't for you, it's not for you. But, you know, I would love it if you'd let me know, even if you're not looking for, if it's not a love relationship, you know, is there a new friendship that's come in that's, you know, that's made you sort of go, oh, I wasn't looking for that. And it's something that you're not looking for, my darling Geminis. That's what I feel. But I feel that it is some kind of communication coming in that's just going to make you go, oh, and feel harmonious. You're going to feel that the energy is lighter, my darling Geminis. But like I said, be careful what you wish for this week, because I feel that you have the ability to manifest this, whatever it is that you want, my darling Geminis. And I feel that it, you know, your words are spells is what I feel off this. And there's something that's going to come in to spark your inspiration to go on a new adventure. And it may be through this that you get this, my darling Geminis, that through this is where you meet and get this communication with this other person that is going to feel very harmonious for you. And I feel that it is something that you've been wishing for or wanting to manifest, my darling Geminis. So yeah, I love this for you. I do. I feel really good about it. So, you know, careful what you wish for, because it's coming, my darling Geminis. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. Drop me a comment below. I'd love to know, you know, does this make sense to you? You know, can you see where this is going? You know, is this your story? I'd love to know if it is. Drop it in the comments. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Geminis. Get more information, they say. Yeah, and that's what it is. When something sparks your inspiration, you want to get more info about it because it makes you curious. Yeah, meditation brings answers. Maybe you need to think about it a little bit longer and meditate on it. If you know, which I would probably encourage, because so you don't rush into anything. But you can't make this up. This is the universe saying I meant what I said. I told you. That's what I was feeling. Romance. You can't make this up, my darling Geminis. When I was feeling it, I was feeling it. Like I said, your card is the Lovers. So, you know, I have to say it when I see it. Here it is. Take action. This is the Page of Wands here. He's encouraging you, my darling, to take action, because there's something better, and it's coming, my darling Geminis. This is coming in for you. It's so clear what's happening here for you, my darling Geminis. Beautiful energies. Let me know in the comments. I so want to know if you meet someone this week. Please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Cancerians. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of September the 8th, 2025. So, my darling Aquarians, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my Michelle Knight Tarot cards, and then finish off with Angel Answer cards. All right, my darling Cancerians, what messages does Cancer need to know for this week of the 8th of September? What does Cancer need to know? Intuition. Love it. So this is like the High Priestess in the Tarot. the intuition card. And I feel that the intuition has come up a few times in these readings this week. So I feel that it's important, obviously for you this week, the energy around you, my darling Cancerians, to trust your intuition, to make sure that you're listening to, your inner talk, to listening to your, what your body is trying to tell you. If something, you're going to do something and it doesn't feel right, maybe look into it a bit more. I'm not saying don't do it, but, learn to trust, what your intuition is trying to tell you, my darling Cancerians. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling. Oops. My darling Cancerians. What does Cancer need to know for this week? September. Oh God, I'm dropping cards everywhere. September the 8th. Oh, these cards are so chatty. All right, let's get messages for you. It wanted to come out anyway, the Six of Swords. That's why I don't take pop-outs, because if they want to come out, if it wants to come out, it's going to come out. So, it is what it is. And that wanted to come out too. So, there you go. This little Page of Pentacles, he wanted to come out. Anyway. All right, my darling Cancerians. What I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords in the tarot is a card of moving on and moving forward and moving away from, harsher energies or energies that no longer serve you, my darling Cancerians. You can see she's has got herself in the boat, clothes on her back, a little tiny bag, and she is moving herself forward. Now, the swords here represent the lessons and the love. She's taking with her what she has learned. She is taking with her experiences, my darling Cancerians, because we don't ever want to lose those experiences because they've taught us things. Like I said, these are all the lessons that she is taking with her. She's taking only those lessons and only the love. She is not taking baggage with her. She's got a tiny little bag here that holds the tools that she needs to go forward, my darling Cancerians. But what she's not taking is other baggage. Leave the baggage behind, my darling Cancerians, but move boldly forward. Move on from, if something's holding you back or if something is no longer serving you, it's time to move on, my darling Cancerians. You're being encouraged here to move forward. Move on. Go forth, my darling Cancerians. And what I'm drawn to here is you can see her gaze here is looking up to this North Star here. She's following her dream. She's following her North Star. She has got a mission, my darling Cancerians, and she's going for it. So I feel this week that you have the opportunity to move forward, move on from, something that whatever's no longer serving you, my darling Cancerians. I feel that it's time for you to move. Because then you've got the beautiful Six of Wands here. So the Six of Wands is all about a victory and success and being celebrated. Like you can see, these people here, they are celebrating this person. They've come back from war. They have the victory wreath here. They've got the victory wreath on their head as well as the crown. And they're atop a beautiful white horse, my darling Cancerians. So I feel for you that, moving away from what no longer serves you is bringing in this for you, is making you feel victorious, my darling Cancerians. It's making you feel celebrated, my darling Cancerians. I feel that you will be genuinely celebrated, but I feel that it will make you feel celebrated as well, because I feel that you'll be celebrating yourself for making this move, my darling Cancerians, because, you can just see all these people, they're celebrating her. And I feel that you're in that position, that making the decision to move away from what no longer serves you brings this in, my darling Cancerians. And then you've got the Page of Pentacles. So, I mean, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that pages in the tarot are messengers. And this little fella, he comes in to give you a message. And there's some kind of communication here that's coming in. I mean, the Page of Pentacles is also a card of studiousness as well. So maybe there might be something that you want to learn or you need to learn, my darling Cancerians, and you have the chance to do that here. You know, with that intuition card, you know, trust your intuition. If this opportunity here that's being presented to you feels right, go for it, my darling Cancerians. I feel that it is right for you, just with what else is on here on the table. You know, I feel that this is some kind of communication coming in for you as well, that it's going to be unexpected, my darling Cancerians, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put it all together. Yeah, I feel for you that there is going to be some communication coming in that's going to, you know, spark your curiosity and make you want to learn more about whatever this is, whatever goal, wish or dream this is for you. You know, you will need to use your intuition to decide whether it's right for you or not, and whether moving on from where you currently are is right for you, my darling Cancerians. Only you're going to know that. No one else can tell you whether that's right, my darling Cancerians. But I feel the outcome here is that you will be victorious. You will be successful, my darling Cancerians. It's here for you. It's a very straightforward message, I feel, this week, my darling Cancerians, which is beautiful. You know, what a gorgeous outcome for you this week. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, drop me a comment below. I'd love to know if this, you know, resonates with you, and, you know, what you're, you know, are you already feeling that you're wanting to move away from something? You know, like they say, a problem shared is a problem halved. So if you know, want to chat about it, we're all here for you, my darling Cancerians. All right, let's get final messages. Yeah, if you believe, ask, believe, receive, my darling. This is only going to work if you believe that where you're going and what you're doing is right for you, my darling Cancerians. Ask your angels. If you need guidance, ask. That's what they're there for. Yeah, peaceful resolution, my darling Cancerians. So, you know, if you felt that something wasn't going to work out, like this moving away, moving on wasn't going to work out for you, I'm here to tell you it sounds like it will. In the near future, they say. Yeah, you've got it, yes. Love it. Love, love, love this for you, my darling Cancerians. Like, what a beautiful, progressive kind of energy you've got coming in. You know, all I see here is all signs point to yes, my darling Cancerians. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Leos. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of September the 8th, 2025. So, my darling Leos, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my Michelle Knight Tarot cards, and then we will finish off with Angel Answer cards. All right, my darling Leos, what messages does Leo need to know for this week of September the 8th, 2025? So we have got eclipse season coming in now. We've got 2 eclipses. We've just had the one in Pisces, but I mean, that energy will last for weeks, months. And then we've also got one in Virgo on the 21st. So a lot of eclipsey kind of energy. Ooh, intuition. So this is very much like the High Priestess in the tarot. So for you, my darling Leos, you're being encouraged, I would say, this week to trust your intuition. trust your inner ding, as Louise Hay used to say. So, something, if something doesn't feel right, rethink it, maybe research it more. If you're going to do anything and it doesn't feel right, if it feels, I don't know, not good, then maybe rethink it. I think it's important to learn how to trust your feelings, trust, your gut, trust your inner ding, my darling Leo. So it's going to be important for you, I feel, this week to trust your intuition. But let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming up for you, my darling Leos. What does Leo need to know for this week of the 8th of September? 5 of Cups, and the 7 of Wands, and the Page of Cups. Okay. Sure, they're all in you. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the 5 of Cups. Now, the 5 of Cups is an energy of crying over spilt milk, so to speak. That you can see here, she's got 3 cups here that have spilt here, and what it actually is that she's lost her taste for what was in these cups here. But she's lost her taste for those because this is like she's tried something 3 times and it hasn't worked out. She's been disappointed, my darling Leos. So the 5 of Cups is a disappointment type of energy. But, all she needs to do is look behind her to see these other 2 cups behind her, these full cups behind her, and that she has sprouted these beautiful butterfly wings, these transformational butterfly wings, my darling Leos. So I feel for you that there may have been some disappointment, or that I feel that you're coming out of that feeling of being disappointed with someone. I actually, and that's interesting that I said someone, not something. I feel that someone has let you down, my darling Leos. But I'm encouraging you to be open to, I feel that it's, just with what else is here on the table, that be open to an apology, my darling Leo. So take that how it resonates, but that's what is popping into my head from, this disappointment energy, my darling Leos. And I feel that it's going to be important for you to trust your intuition, to really feel, you'll know if the apology is genuine, my darling Leos. That's what I'm getting for you off this 5 of Cups here. Because then you've got the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands is a card of conviction. It's like when you know that something is right, or something is, for you, or it's a card of standing your ground, my darling Leos. You can see, in the traditional tarot, this person, they're defending their position at the top of the hill. It's that they need to defend whatever goal, wish or dream it is that they're trying to get across, whether it's defending their beliefs, defending their choices, things like that, my darling Leos. And I feel that this is the energy. You've been defensive. This is the energy that, someone's disappointed you and you're feeling defensive about it, my darling Leos, and maybe putting up a wall is what I feel off this. I'm encouraging you to maybe release that, my darling Leos, because I feel that like I said, there is going to be an apology coming in, and it will be up to you whether you feel it's genuine. And that's, I feel, what that intuition card is to trust your intuition. But I actually feel that it is going to be genuine, my darling Leos, just with the Page of Cups that's here on the table here. But I just feel I'm encouraging you, my darling Leos, to, yes, this hurt you. This person let you down. They hurt you. It really cut you to the quick, and you put your faith in this person and they let you down, and you're disappointed about that, my darling Leos. But don't be so defensive that you cannot allow someone to fix their mistake. If you genuinely think it was a mistake. I feel it was a genuine mistake that this person made. But I feel the energy coming through here is you being defensive about it and really putting up a wall, my darling Leos, and feeling a bit too righteous about what this was that happened to you. I think look, I'm not calling you out here, but what I feel is that you just need to pull these walls down a little bit and listen to what this person has to say, because then you have the Page of Cups. So, I mean, if you've been watching me for a while, you know, pages in the tarot are messengers, and this little fellow comes in with a gift or a message from the heart, a message with love, my darling Leos. And I feel that this is the apology coming in, that, you know, if you've been waiting on an apology for something that someone has, you know, disappointed you with their actions, I feel this is the apology, my darling Leos. So it's going to be up to you whether you accept that apology, my darling Leos. And with the intuition card coming up, that's why I feel you need to trust your inner ding. Trust. You will know if the apology is genuine. I feel, just with the energy on the table and with the Page of Cups here, that it is going to be genuine. So if that's your question, I would say yes, my darling Leos. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. Only you know what you will and won't accept, my darling Leo. So it is going, at the end of the day, it is going to be up to you. But I do feel that this person coming through with the apology will be genuine, my darling Leos. So, you know, that's just what I'm getting here. So yeah, I've probably already put it all together, but yeah, I feel what has happened here is that someone has disappointed you bitterly, like deeply disappointed you. You're hurt, you're angry, you're just, you know, you feel disappointed with them. But if you could just turn around, you'd see that there is another opportunity, is that they want another chance, my darling Leo. That's what I feel, is that this person wants another chance, but you're defensive. You've got your walls up. You really don't, you know, maybe this person has done this too many times to you. I don't know. You know, it's going to be different for everybody. But what I do feel is that you have definitely put a wall up, my darling Leos. However, I feel this person is coming in to try and mend this with the Page of Cups here. It'll be up to you whether you accept that apology or not. Trust your intuition, my darling Leos. That's what I feel is happening for you this week, my darling Leos. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I'd like to know if this, you know, if this does resonate with you. So just, you know, drop me a little comment below or an emoji or, you know, something just to let me know that, you know, was I on the right track or something like that. Because, yeah, you know, it's always helpful to know. All right, let's get final messages for you. Yeah, ask your angels if you're needing further guidance, if you're feeling that you need that further support, my darling Leos. Ask your angels. You've got a golden opportunity coming in, my darling Leos, and I feel that golden opportunity is the opportunity to heal whatever this situation was. Yeah, because you've got big happy changes coming in, my darling Leos. So that's why I feel that this apology is going to be genuine. I feel that this will mend whatever you felt was broken, my darling Leos. Wait, they say, and it could be, you know, just wait before your knee-jerk reaction is to not accept this apology. That's what as soon as when I picked that up, that's what I felt on that. Because you've got a beautiful yes, my darling Leos. So this is a big yes to the question, will this be genuine? I feel yes. I said it before when I said, when I mentioned that I will, you know, do I think that this will be genuine? I said yes, and here it is. It's turned up again. my darling Leos. So yeah, definitely feel whatever this is that's coming in, this is a chance for you to heal, my darling Leos. So please take the opportunity, but trust yourself as well. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Virgos. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of September the 8th, 2025. If it is your birthday this week, my darling Virgos, a big mwah, happy birthday from me to you. All right, let us jump into your reading and start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my Michelle Knight Tarot cards, and then we will finish off with Angel Answer cards. So we do have an eclipse in Pisces, which is your opposite sign. I think that's on the 7th. And I mean, we can feel these energies of the eclipses for weeks and months. So and we have Virgos have an eclipse in our sign on the 21st. So we're in well and truly back into eclipse season, my darling Virgos. All right, let us get overarching energy for you. Ooh, the waiting game. This doesn't come up very often. So this is kind of like the Hanged Man, my darling Virgos, in the tarot. The waiting game. So you can see here it's actually like the tree of life here. And it could be that you're being encouraged to not take, impulsive kind of action. That's what popped into my head, is to watch and wait, my darling Virgos, if that makes sense. So to, watch and wait, just see, before you take a move, before you make a move, just make sure that it is the right move, my darling Virgos. That's kind of what I'm getting off the waiting game. And look, if the Hangman shows up in here, that will be the universe saying I meant what I said. That's for sure. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for beautiful Virgo. And I'm a Virgo, and I hope you all have a beautiful birthday season. It was my birthday last week, and yeah, I just love my birthday. I had a lovely time with my family. Always my favourite time. That and Christmas. I'm a big kid. All right, what do we got? Strength card. Love it. Oh, the Fool. New beginnings. Oh, and the Star. 3 major arcana. Wow. Taurus just had 3 major arcana too. So this is big energies. So this is what I meant when I said this eclipse energy is big, my darling Virgos, because it is. This is what I'm feeling, is there's big energies around and gorgeous energies for us this week. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. And we've got Leo here and Aquarius. So if you have Leo or Aquarius placements in your chart, I would definitely say go and watch the Leo and the Aquarius reading, because there could be a message there for you. But if we start off here with the Strength card. So the Strength card in the tarot is not about brute strength. It's not about physical strength. It is about, emotional strength. It is about, becoming strong within yourself, my darling Virgos. And I feel we have worked on ourselves, my darling Virgos. I mean, I know I have, and I work on myself a lot to, tame the negativity. I mean, we all have negative thoughts. We all have, things that happen to us that, create that negativity in our life, but it's how we deal with that. It's how we, how do we speak to ourselves when those kind of things happen? And, I'm a glass half full person for sure. I don't let negativity take over my life. It's just not the person who I am. I couldn't do these readings. If I was a negative person, I couldn't do these readings, because I try to find the positive in every reading. I am not a doomsday tarot reader. If you want, you know, doomsday tarot readers, I'm sure they're out there, but that ain't me. No, I'm a glass half full person. I will always try and find. I mean, if I see, you know, a bit of negativity I will give you the message, but I won't be gonna, you know, this isn't gonna be good. You know, I will always, you know, be gentle, I suppose is the word. You know, there's definitely ways to say things, and I would not use words like, you know, oh, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, enough about me. All right, let's get back to the strength card. So you can see on here this infinity symbol. There's only 4 cards in the tarot that have this infinity symbol, and it's a sign, it's a symbol of infinite possibilities. What I find ironic, excuse me, my voice has been funny today. What I find ironic with this depiction of the strength card is that she's pregnant here. And in the traditional tarot, the person that's depicted on the strength card with her hand in the lion's mouth is actually a virgin. It's supposed to be a virgin. So it's supposed to depict innocence, you know, like, you know, this is a pure, innocent person. And they are, you know, taming the lion, taming their inner beast, so to speak, my darling Virgo. So I feel for you that this week will be a real, I feel that you're already in that energy. I feel that you've tamed your inner beast. You're not thinking doomsday negative thoughts at all. I feel that isn't even on your radar. But this is just the universe letting you know you're in control of your thoughts, my darling Virgos. That's what I feel of the strength card. And then you have the beautiful Fool card. So, you know, this is a new beginning. This is that taking a leap of faith type of energy, my darling Virgo. But I feel that this waiting game is here for a reason. I feel that, you know, we have been in this waiting game. And just with what I see on the table here, I feel that we're being encouraged now to come out of this waiting game energy. That, you know, that we've waited for the right time, and now is the right time, my darling Virgo. Now is the right time where everything is going to move forward, and I feel it's going to move forward fast and kind of take us a little bit by surprise, if that makes sense. So the Fool is all about, like I said, new beginnings, and you can see this little knapsack she has here. That is all you need to take with you on this journey. You do not need to bring baggage from the past, my darling Virgos. You only need to take with you what you need to be successful on this journey, my darling Virgos. Do not bring with you negative baggage from the past. And that whole thing is coming up in my head about negativity. Get rid of it if you have it. It's not serving you, my darling Virgos. I'm also drawn here to the dog. So there could be someone coming with you, and that could be an Aquarius that's coming with you, or a Leo, because they're both showing up in this reading. So take that how it resonates. I mean, my husband's a Leo, so he is always my loyal supporter. He's always by my side. So it resonates deeply with me having the Leo card show up, because he's always behind me. So, you know, and I'm terribly lucky. So I hope you have that same person, that same supportive person that just wants to be there with you and cheer you on and support you with whatever this beautiful new beginning is, whatever this beautiful leap of faith that you want to take. I feel the waiting game is over, my darling Virgos. Take it. If you get the opportunity, take it, because I feel that, yeah, it's going to propel you forward, my darling Virgos. Because then, and I feel that it's actually going to make you a star, my darling Virgos, or it's going to make you stand out in some way. I mean, the star is hope, faith, and renewal as well, but I feel that, yeah, you could be healing from, you know, maybe waiting, but this is, I feel that you're going to stand out, my darling Virgos, and be a star I feel that that's what that energy is this week, that whatever your North Star is that you've been wanting to work towards, you're taking that leap of faith towards it, my darling Virgos. Here it is. It's showing up for you, my darling Virgos. It's showing up to tell you no more waiting game. You're destined to stand out, my darling Virgos. This is your sign to stand out, to get going, to move forward, my darling Virgos. Do not hold back. Just go for whatever it is that you want, because the energy is strong for you to stand out, my darling Virgos. And I'm very drawn here to her also looking at the stars here. She's being encouraged here to follow her North Star, my darling Virgos. So I'm definitely feeling that there is going to be a leap of faith for you towards your North Star, towards your, whatever's going to make you stand out and actually be a star, my darling Virgos. I feel this is the week for you. Like, wow, this is a powerful, powerful reading, my darling Virgos. I feel that you have all the inner strength, that you need, for this, my darling Virgos. Sorry, the cards are flipping over all over the place. Up in there. Sorry. So, powerful energies, my darling Virgos. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I'd love to know if this resonates with you. If it's your birthday, make sure you put birthday cake or a balloon or something in the comments. Let me know so I can give you a personal happy birthday message. But yeah, there's some powerful energies here, my darling Virgos. All right, let's get final messages. Forgiveness. There may be, and that may be just forgiving yourself for something that happened, whatever that is, whatever that means to you, my darling Virgos. Yeah, trust. Trust that the universe has your back here. Trust that you're on the right path, because all signs here, as I said, point to yes, my darling Virgos. You can't make this up. Here it comes. Like I said, that's the universe saying, I meant what I said. When I pulled these cards in this reading, everything that I was feeling was successful, which is amazing. In the near future, they say, there's something better. Yeah, there is. Something better, my darling Virgos. No more waiting game here, my darling Virgos. We are being encouraged to step forward, step up, and step into what is our destiny here. Follow our North Star towards our success, my darling Virgos. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Librans. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of September the 8th, 2025. So, my darling Librans, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my Michelle Knight Tarot cards, and then we will finish off with Angel Answer cards. All right, my darling Librans, what messages does Libra need to know for this week of the 8th of September? Hope. Yeah, I love it. I love this card of hope. So, my darling Librans, this is the energy that is around you this week, this hope card. And look, and if I've said this to you before, if you've gotten this with me before, which you probably have, hope is a beautiful energy to get, but we do not want to stay in the energy of hoping, because hope is a forward tense, if you know what I mean. Like, it's always going to be in the future. We hope to have a good relationship. We hope to have a better job. We hope, to, like I said, find the love of our life, whatever. Great job, whatever. If we keep hoping That's what the universe is going to do. If you keep saying, I hope I find someone new, I hope I get a new relationship, you are always going to be hoping for that. What we want to say is, I have. You know, we want to move from hoping to having, my darling Librans. We want to say, I have a beautiful new relationship. I have the job of my dreams. I have all the wealth and prosperity that I need. Does that make sense? See the difference in the way it's being said, my darling Librans. So, but I love that card of hope. It's still, if you've been going through a difficult time, that card is, you know, it gives you hope, so to speak. All right, my darling Librans, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you. What does Librans need to know for this week? Six of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, I love it, and the Four of Pentacles. All right. So, my darling Librans, what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords in the tarot is a card of moving on, moving to calmer shores. Like, you can see she's in this boat by herself. In the traditional tarot, there's like a ferryman, and they're getting these other two people. All they've got are the clothes on their back, and they're just leaving behind them the choppy waters and moving on. In this depiction, there is no ferryman, but this depiction is still, she's got, all she has is the clothes on her back, this little baggie, which are her tools that she's taking with her, and the swords. The swords represent the lessons and the love, my darling Librans. I feel for you that you're being encouraged to move on, and I feel that you are moving on from some kind of situation here that may be where you may have lost hope, my darling Librans. And I feel that's what that hope card is. It's coming in to give you, you know, hope and inspiration. And I feel that part of that is for you to move on. And I feel that you will, my darling Librans. This is also a card of travel too. So you may be, you know, traveling somewhere, but I do feel it's more that you are moving on from a situation here. Moving on from something where you felt stuck is what I feel, just looking at what else is on the table here. And you're moving on to something better, my darling Librans. So, you know, definitely take that how it resonates. But yeah, I feel that you are definitely moving forward here. Also, what I'm drawn to, if I'm just going to put this up, is, you know, she is gazing up to this star here. I feel that she is following her North Star here. As you can see, she's looking up to the heavens, following her North Star. She's no longer, you know, she's no longer taking what was there. She's moving forward. She's taking the lessons and the love, but she is moving on, my darling Librans. Because then you've got the beautiful Nine of Pentacles. I feel that this is what you're working, this is what you're hoping for, my darling Librans, if that makes sense. Independent, gratitude and luxuries. This is like luxury, like living in abundance here, my darling Librans. This is kind of where you want to be, my darling Librans, if that makes sense. You can see here she's got 3 pentacles here and 6 here. She is happy to give away these 3 pentacles because she always has enough for herself. She always has 6 for herself, my darling Librans. And I feel that this is where you want to be. This is like independent wealth, my darling Librans. It's all also about, you know, your environment here is that you're wanting to get away from an environment that has made you feel stuck, so to speak, my darling Librans. Is that's kind of what I'm getting off the Nine of Pentacles for you. Like I said, it's a card of gratitude and luxuries. You can see I'm also drawn, she's very focused too on this bird here. So I feel that it's important for you to focus on where you want to be, my darling Librans. That's what's popped into my head here. And like I said, this is bringing you hope for sure, but don't stay in that energy of hope. You need to get into the energy of have. I have everything that I want. I have enough. I'm happy to give away 3 because I always have 6 for myself. Does that make sense, my darling Librans? You really need to get into that energy of I have, I am, rather than I hope, my darling Librans. And then you have the 4 of Pentacles. So I feel this is what you're moving away from, my darling Librans, if that makes sense. I feel like you're leaving behind. You can see this city behind her, behind. I feel that this is what's holding you back here. You can see she's holding on tightly to these pentacles. There is something that you need to release, my darling Librans, and whether that is an old place, that, you know, that something's, you know, you've been there, you've done it. It's, you know, it's time for you to move on, take a new, you know, move on to a new adventure. Like I said, move on here. Take the lessons and the love that you have, but move on. It's a card, the 4 of Pentacles is a card of what are you holding on to for fear of letting go, my darling Librans. That's the message or the energy that I'm getting for you off this card. You need to release this energy in order for you to move forward, because I feel this is keeping you stuck, my darling Librans. You know, release what is no longer serving you. If where you're living is holding you back, move on, my darling Librans. And I feel that you will. Like, I feel that this whole energy of hope is coming in to allow you to leave this behind, my darling Librans. I feel that I'm going to put it all together, and I should, because I'm started to already, that, yeah, this energy is coming in to allow you to realize this is what you want to release. Hope is coming in for you, my darling Librans. It's time for you to get on this little boat and take the lessons and the love and move forward. Move away from what no longer serves you. Make sure you take the tools with you, but leave the other baggage behind. And this is your outcome. This is where you want to be. This is your potential, my darling Librans, is this beautiful 9 of Pentacles energy. Independent luxury, gratitude and luxuries, my darling Librans. I love this energy for you. It's really telling a story, these cards, which I love. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I'd love to know if this resonates. Drop it in the comments. Like, you know, does this, you know, what are you moving away from? Is there something, if you want to share it? You know, they say a problem shared is a problem halved and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, if you want to share it, I'd love it. Put it in the comments. Let's help each other. All right. Let's get final messages for you. Compromise, yeah. I feel that that is important. There's some kind of compromise you need to make, my darling Librans. I mean, this is your card, the scales of balance here. This is almost like you showing up here. This is, I feel, the universe saying to you, this is for you, my darling Librans. Yeah, trust. Trust that the universe has your back. Trust that you're doing, and wherever you're going, is the right thing. Because here's what's coming in for you. A golden opportunity, my darling. This is your 9 of Pentacles right here. This is your gratitude and luxuries, my darling Librans. A year from now, they say, there's something better. Yeah. Don't freak out when you've seen that a year from now, because I just feel a year from now, you're going to look back and go, wow, I'm so glad I took that opportunity. I'm so glad I left behind what was no longer serving me. I'm so glad I made that move. That's what I feel. I don't feel that this isn't going to happen for a year. I just feel you're going to look back and realize that there definitely was something better when you moved, my darling Librans. Loving this energy for you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Scorpios. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of September the 8th, 2025. So, my darling Scorpios, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my Michelle Knight Tarot cards, and then finish off with Angel Answer cards. All right, my darling Scorpios, what messages does Scorpio need to know for this week of the 8th of September? Ooh, love it. Victory and success. Woohoo! Love it, love it, love it. This is like the 6 of Wands in the tarot. Love this for you. So the energy surrounding you, my darling Scorpios, this week is that of victory and success. So we will have to consult the tarot to get some more info on what this means for you this week, my darling Cancerians, Scorpios. All right, my darling Scorpio, what does this week, September the 8th, have in store for you? What does Scorpio need to know for this week? Love it. The Magician, Queen of Cups, High Priestess. Love it. All right, my darling Scorpios. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the beautiful Magician card. I feel like you had this with me maybe last week or the week before, but I definitely feel this Magician energy has been around you, my darling Scorpios, for a little while now. So lucky you. Like that energy of manifestation and, infinite possibilities here with the infinity symbol. This is the card of infinite possibilities, of infinite manifestation here. The Magician is master of all the suits of the tarot here, and I feel that this week, with that victory and success card coming in for you, that you have the opportunity to manifest whatever it is that you want this week. I feel that your words, and if I said this to you last time, your words are spells, my darling Scorpios, that you can bring to you whatever it is you speak out loud. So be careful, my darling Scorpios. Be careful what you wish for, is all I will say about that. Okay, so just make sure that what it is that you want to bring into the physical realm, that what your dreams are, make sure that's what you want. Because like I said, I feel that your words are spells, and that you will bring in whatever it is that you've been wanting, my darling Scorpios. Then you got the beautiful Queen of Cups here, and I actually feel that this is you this week. I feel that you are presenting this week, my darling Scorpios, as the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups follows her heart, my darling Scorpios, and I feel you need to come from a place of you need to come from your heart in everything you do this week. Does it feel good in your heart? Does it bring you joy, my darling Scorpios? I feel being able to trust your intuition, because you've got the High Priestess here, but really feeling your feels this week, my darling Scorpio, is what's popped into my head here. You can see she holds the Ace of Cups here. It's glowing. Inside that cup is her infinite love and her whatever it is she wants. Her cup is always full, my darling Scorpios. So I just feel that, you need to really follow your heart this week. What is it telling you? What are you feeling, my darling Scorpios. You know, and if you're not a touchy-feely person and you don't love feelings, I'm encouraging you this week just to try to, you know, feel the feels, my darling Scorpios, because I just feel that that's important for you this week, is to come from a place of love. Follow your heart towards whatever it is that you're wanting. So then you've got, like I said, the beautiful High Priestess. And as I said, this is a card of trusting your intuition here. So, you know, I do feel that you're being encouraged to trust. How does it make you feel? You know, how does this situation, place, person, thing, how does that make you feel? Trust that feeling, my darling Scorpios. You know, really learn to trust your intuition and trust whether, you know, does it make you feel good or does it make you feel bad, my darling Scorpios. You know, as Louise Hay used to say, she trusts her inner ding. You know, if she got a phone call and, you know, it was an opportunity to speak or do something, she would trust, you know, did it make her feel good or did it fill her with dread, my darling Scorpios. If it filled her with dread, she wouldn't do it. She trusted that, you know, she would always answer the phone. She always would pick up the phone because, you know, every phone call was an opportunity, but she didn't always take every opportunity, my darling Scorpios. And I think that's the difference is being open to the opportunity, which is taking the phone call, but recognizing what is good for you and what is not is the other part of it, my darling Scorpios. So if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel you have amazing potential this week for a victory and success. And here it is here. And like I said, your words are spells this week. So be careful what you wish for. Be careful of your inner talk and what you say to other people, because the universe is always listening, my darling Scorpios. Just remember that. If you come from a place, you know, of love, if you follow your heart, you cannot help but be successful, my darling Scorpios. And make sure you trust your intuition here, because it's always working in your favor, is what I feel this week, my darling Scorpios. So yeah, beautiful energies for you this week, my darling Scorpios. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I'd love to know if this resonates. So, you know, drop it in the comments. You know, if you've got something to say about this, if you can see something that I can't and you want to give the message to Scorpio, put it in the comments. I do not mind at all. Let's open a dialogue. All right, let's get final messages for you. Yeah, remain positive. Absolutely. That's all part of your inner talk. And what you're saying inside is what will come out on the outside, my darling Scorpios. You can't make this up. This is the universe saying, I meant what I said. Listen to your intuition. This is the High Priestess here. It's come up twice now, my darling Scorpios, so don't ignore it. If you believe, yes, ask, believe, receive, my darling Scorpios. That's the way the law of attraction works for you. Wait, they say. There's something better, yeah. And I feel with that wait, it's, you know, don't make a decision out of haste. You're being told to wait, go within and see how does that make me feel? How does that make you feel, my darling Scorpios? You know, I feel that that's what this is saying to you, is to you definitely trust your intuition. And when you do, you cannot help but have this beautiful victory and success, my darling Scorpios. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Sagittarians. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of September the 8th, 2025. So, my darling Sagittarians, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then we will finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Sagittarians, let us see what messages we've got coming in for you. What does Sagittarius need to know this week, September the 8th? Patience and planning, my darling Sagittarians. So this week for you could be all about patience and planning. So we are coming into eclipse season. So we just had that eclipse in Pisces. So be aware that that energy can last weeks, months. We've also got another eclipse in the opposite sign of Pisces in Virgo on the 21st. So there's a lot of eclipse type of energy coming up, my darling Sagittarians. So what I'm feeling for you is that you're being encouraged to use this time for patience and planning, my darling Sagittarians. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Sagittarians. What does Sagittarius need to know for this week of September the 8th, 2025? Lovers. Ten of Pentacles. Love it. There's your planning. Yeah, love it. All right, my darling Sagittarian. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Lovers card. So this is Gemini energy. So if you have Gemini in your chart at all, I would encourage you to go and watch the Gemini reading. But the Lovers is all about some kind of choice or decision to make, my darling Sagittarians. I don't feel that this is about love, my darling Sagittarians, although it could be, you know, if you have a partner, then that certainly could be about, you know, some decision you make. I feel it's more material and financial here, just with the patience and planning. Ten of Pentacles, that's just sort of what I feel. But love is always open to us. But what I feel this, you know, is more saying, my darling Sagittarians, is that you have a choice or a decision that you need to make regarding your long-term financial security, your long-term financial plan, something like that. In the traditional tarot, there's a man and a woman on this card, and there is a mountain in between them. There is clouds. There is an angel, and then the sun is over the angel. In the traditional tarot, the mountain between them represented just that, some kind of mountain, some kind of obstacle between them. It was often called the choice card, my darling Sagittarians, in the traditional tarot. So what I feel is that you've come to some kind of crossroads here in making a decision about your long-term financial plan, security, whatever that is. I feel that something is testing that, if that makes sense, my darling Sagittarians. I feel that you're being, you know, you've come to the crossroads, but you're being tested as to which way you go. Do you go this way or that way? I'm drawn to the two pillars on that patience and planning too, that it kind of reminds me of the Two of Wands, where you're sort of coming, which way do you want to go? You know, that kind of energy, my darling Sagittarians. That's sort of what I'm feeling off here. I do feel that there's some choice or a decision that you need to make. Because then you've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card of long-term financial success and security. You can see, you know, here, this beautiful garden that has been tended to. This is the outcome of the Ace of Pentacles. So we've gone from the Ace to the 10. You see the garden on the Ace of Pentacles. That's the opportunity that you're given through, you know, going through the Pentacle suit. The whole end goal here is to grow this beautiful garden, my darling Sagittarians. This is the end goal. You know, I like to think of this. These are these. You know, he's the old man, the father. These are his daughters. This is what he has built. This is the legacy that he has built for his daughters, for his family, my darling Sagittarians, and this is what he's leaving behind. And I feel that this is we're all working towards some kind of 10 of Pentacles, my darling Sagittarians, that this is our end goal. This is where we all want, the financial and material success and stability and, just that kind of feeling of not having to worry about any of that when we get older, my darling Sagittarians. And I feel that through that requires patience and planning. So I feel that you're being encouraged to make that decision towards planning for, this long-term wealth and security here, my darling Sagittarians. This card literally is building and leaving a legacy. What will you leave behind, my darling Sagittarians? So, I feel that this is what you're sort of working towards. It makes sense with the patience and planning and the 10 of Pentacles here. Because like I said, this is the long-term, this is the result of your patience and planning, my darling Sagittarians. And then you have the 7 of Wands. So I feel here that you're being tested here, that your beliefs and ideas are being tested here, my darling Sagittarians, because the 7 of Wands is a card of conviction. It's like when you know that something is for you. And I feel that you're being encouraged, my darling Sagittarians, to stand your ground, to really put yourself behind your ideas, my darling Sagittarians, to, have the courage of your convictions. Stand your ground, put yourself behind your choices is what popped into my head, my darling Sagittarian. So whatever the choice is that you need to make off that Lovers card, you need to make sure that you're behind yourself 100%, my darling Sagittarians, that you follow through with whatever it is that you're wanting to put into planning, patience, and whatever it is that you're wanting to plan for your future, my darling Sagittarians. You need to have the courage of your convictions, my darling Sagittarians. That's what I feel is off this 7 of Wands cards. So like I said, if I'm going to put it all together, I feel that this week for you is really going to be all about, you're going to be thinking about your long-term financial security, my darling Sagittarians. And I feel it's going to be a good week for you to do that, because it's here in the cards. You've got, the card of patience and planning. It's, you've got the energy, so work with it, my darling Sagittarians. I feel that there is a choice that you need to make in regards to your long-term financial security, my darling Sagittarians. So take that how it resonates. But I feel that your ideas are being challenged and you're feeling defensive about that. But I feel you need to have the courage of your convictions. Stand up for yourself, stand by your ideas, because this is what you're working towards. This is your outcome, my darling Sagittarians, this beautiful 10 of Pentacles here. So, yeah, love it. This is what I feel you're working towards this week, my darling Sagittarians. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I'd love to know if this resonates with you. And, I'm very active and interactive in the comments. So if you've got an idea about this, you see something that I can't, chuck it in the comments. I don't mind at all. I'd love to start a dialogue about what you can see here. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Sagittarians. Recovery, yeah. You may need to take some time if you're feeling that you're having to fight to have your ideas heard. You may need to take some time, my darling Sagittarians. You can't make this up. Here it is. Here's the card of abundance. This week for you, I feel, is you putting in place your long-term financial security, my darling Sagittarians. Peaceful resolution. So whatever you're putting into planning, my darling Sagittarians, this week, I feel that there will be a peaceful resolution. I feel that you will come to peace with the ideas that you're wanting to put out there. Within the next few weeks, they say, there's something better. Yes, there is, my darling Sagittarians. I feel this for you. I could feel it as soon as I put these cards down with the patience and planning. And as soon as I put down that 10 of Pentacles, I was like, yeah, I know what this is. So there is definitely something better coming in for you this week, my darling Sagittarians. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Capricorns. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of September the 8th, 2025. So, my darling Capricorns, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my Michelle Knight Tarot cards, and then we will finish off with Angel Answer cards. All right, my darling Capricorns, what messages does Capricorn need to know for this week of September the 8th? Ooh, conflict and defeat. Doesn't feel like a nice energy at all, my darling Capricorns. So I feel like this is kind of like 5 of Swords type of energy, or even 5 of Cups type of energy, like that feeling. And it's not really conflict is, that's not really on the 5 of Cups. It's more, I feel, yeah, the 5 of Swords type of energy. So whether this is just internal for you, my darling Capricorns, only you're going to know this, how this relates to you. Whether it's, you're feeling defeated and conflicted inside, or whether it's because, whether it is literally, some conflict with someone or something, my darling Capricorns. Let us consult the tarot here and get some more info on what's coming in for you this week, my darling Capricorns. What messages does Capricorn need to hear for this week of the 8th of September? What does Capricorn need to know? Any cards this way? All right. Knight of Swords. Star. Love it. I think you're healing from this situation. Yeah, and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, 2 knights. This in the middle here is just making you feel, I feel that you're, just boom, straight off the bat can see what's going on here. I feel that you're healing from whatever this conflict and defeat type of energy is, my darling Capricorns, which is good. So I'm feeling good about this. I'm not a doomsday reader, so I feel that you're healing from that energy, my darling Capricorns. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is an energy of, it can be an energy of conflict, but I feel it's more of like, a rushing type of energy, like some fast moving type of energy. And, in the traditional tarot, this knight is like flying on this horse, like they're, galloping towards wherever it is that they want to go. It can be kind of an energy of like things moving fast. What I feel for you though of this is that because this in the traditional tarot, this knight is moving away. So I feel that you need to not take a journey into the past, my darling Capricorns, if that makes sense. Not what this means at all, but that's what's popping into my head. To, if this conflict and defeat is around you, move away from the past energy, my darling Capricorns, and leave this behind. Leave it in the past where it belongs. my darling Capricorns. That's just what I'm getting for you off this Knight of Swords card. Because then you've got the beautiful Star card, and this is Aquarius energy. So if you have Aquarius in your chart, I would definitely say go and watch the Aquarius reading, my darling Capricorns. But the Star is all about hope, faith, and renewal. And I feel for you in this reading that this is what you've been, this is coming in to give you healing from that conflict and defeat, my darling Capricorns. So, take that how it resonates, but that's what I feel for you. It could also be, is if the conflict and defeat was with an Aquarius, maybe, it's going to be different for everyone. So take it how it resonates. But I feel that the Star's coming in to let you know that you are healing from this, my darling Capricorn. Do not, I just feel like what keeps popping into my head is do not hold on to the past, my darling Capricorns. Do not go back to the past is what keeps popping into my head. Heal with this beautiful energy that's around you. You have the energy around you with this beautiful Star to heal yourself, to heal whatever energy, to whatever that conflict and defeat that you've been going through. We've got eclipses coming in this month as well. So use that energy to heal your beautiful self, my darling Capricorns. And once you're healed, my darling, you take charge. Because here is the Knight of Wands. So I feel you need to take charge of no longer feeling defeated, my darling Capricorns, if that makes sense. I feel that the Knight of Wands is coming in to let you know, move forward, take bold, assertive action here, my darling Capricorns. Don't go back to the past. Move away from that past. Move forward, my darling Capricorns. I feel you're being encouraged to take, like I said, bold, assertive action forward. Leave behind that conflict. Leave behind the defeatist type of energy. You're healing from that. You've got the Star. Move boldly towards your North Star, whatever goal, wish, or dream it is that you want, that you're wanting, my darling Capricorn. It's here for you. You're being encouraged to get going. Take the horse by the reins here and get going, my darling Capricorns. It's coming in for you. You're no longer being trapped in that Knight of Swords energy where you're moving towards the past. No. Turn that horsey around and move forward here with the beautiful Knight of Wands. So if I'm going to put it all together, like I just feel like I might have already, but I mean, as soon as I put these cards down, I can tell you the story. So I feel that this conflict and defeat is hanging over your head. I feel it's weighing heavily on you, my darling Capricorns, but you can release it. Don't go back to the past with this Knight of Swords. Release that energy. Heal yourself with this beautiful Star energy around you. You've got the energy of hope, faith, and renewal around you, my darling Capricorns. Use it. Heal yourself and move boldly forward towards whatever goal, wish, or dream it is that you want. Don't allow past hurts to stop you from moving forward, my darling Capricorns. That's what's coming in. That's what I feel is happening for you this week, my darling Capricorns. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. If you can see something different here, just put it in the comments. I don't mind at all. If you can see something, if you've got something to say, drop it in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Tell me what you see. But let's get final messages for you, my darling Capricorns. Yeah, listen to your intuition. Absolutely. Do not, don't negate your feelings because they will be speaking to you. Yeah, you can't make this up. Remain positive, my darling Capricorns. You're being encouraged to keep moving forward and be positive in your moves. Forgiveness. I feel that this forgiveness is forgiveness of yourself for whatever this conflict and defeat has happened to you. If going back, don't go, I keep saying don't go back to the past, but forgiving yourself and forgiving the other person, that's not condoning their behavior if it does involve another person, but just having that forgiveness energy will release you and allow you to move forward. Within the next few months, they say, yeah, don't stop. Do not stop, my darling Capricorns. This energy is encouraging you to move boldly forward and not to stay stuck in this past energy here or in this conflict and defeat. Move through it, my darling Capricorns, because you've got some beautiful energies coming through. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Aquarians. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of September the 8th, 2025. So, my darling Aquarians, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here, and then finishing off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Aquarians, what messages does Aquarius need to know for this week of September the 8th? What does Aquarius need to know? Memories of love. Oh, isn't that nice? Memories of love. So whether that is, that you're thinking of someone else, or that, you just might have lots of love around you, my darling Aquarians, which I hope you do. Whatever is around you at this time, it seems like you have beautiful, loving memories, which is gorgeous, my darling Aquarians. All right, let us consult the tarot here and see what messages we've got for you. What does Aquarius need to know for this week of September the 8th? What does Aquarius need to know? The Moon. High Priestess, wow. And the Knight of Wands. Yeah. Okay. All right, my darling Aquarians, what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So, you've got 2 cards of Pisces. Oh, is it Pisces? Yeah, 2 cards of Pisces here. So, definitely if you've got Pisces in your chart, I would definitely encourage you to go and watch the Pisces reading. Otherwise, this might be, maybe memories of love. Maybe there's a Pisces in your life that you love or that you did love, and they're definitely showing up in your reading this week anyway. So, take that how it resonates. But you start off here with the Moon card. So the Moon is, it's a card of sort of mysteries and illusions, and, when the moon illuminates the sky, especially a full moon, and it also casts shadows, my darling Aquarians. So the energy of the moon is to just be aware of, anything that may be hidden from you at this time. So, whether this memories of love, whether this is coming up because, someone that you loved hid something from you. I don't know. It's not really what I'm feeling off it. I feel more that what I feel, and look, I'm just going to say it because it needs to go hand in hand with this, is that I feel you need to trust your intuition here, because there are things being hidden from you, my darling Aquarians. Just, that's exactly what's popped into my head, and it's what I got when I pulled the Moon card too, is that I feel that you may have some rose-colored glasses on with that memories of love. if that makes sense. So, because you don't want to see that there's actually things being hidden from you, my darling Aquarians. So look, sorry if that hurts. Sorry that that's blunt, but that's the message I'm getting. And I wouldn't be the reader that I am if I didn't share the message of what I'm getting for you. But I just feel the way to get around this is to trust your intuition. Know that if something doesn't feel right, then it probably isn't, my darling Aquarians. But look, the moon is a temporary energy too. The moon comes up, the moon goes down, the sun comes up. So this moon energy is temporary. And I feel that if you can just be the Knight of Wands here and explore and, don't leave any stone unturned, you will be fine, my darling Aquarians. But I feel it's come up for you to just ask you to be aware that that not everything may be revealed to you at the moment. And the High Priestess has come up to go, trust your intuition here. Trust that you do have all the knowledge and wisdom that you need. You can see here on the card, she's got no roof above her head. It is a symbol that she has infinite possibilities. There's no limit to what she can, no ceiling to what she can achieve, my darling Aquarians. And I feel that is you. Trust your intuition. Trust that if something doesn't feel right, trust it, my darling Aquarians. You can also see the pomegranates here. At the time when the tarot was created, pomegranates were a sign of luxuries and wealth, my darling Aquarians. So just keep that in mind, that I feel that more than you think you do. That's what's popped into my head. So trust what you know, my darling Aquarians. Trust that if something doesn't feel right, if it puts a pit in your stomach or it makes you feel bad or something like that, trust that feeling, my darling Aquarians. That's just what I feel here. Because then you've got the Knight of Wands here. And I feel the message here for you is take bold, assertive action, my darling Aquarians. Do not allow anything to hold you back at this time. Do not allow the feeling that not everything is being revealed to you hold you back. It is not a sign for you to not move forward, my darling Aquarians. You need to take this horse by the reins and get going. The Knight of Wands in the tarot is the true builder of the tarot. If she or he or they come to a stream and there's no way across it, they will build a bridge, my darling Aquarians, to get across. They are not anybody that lies down. They take bold, assertive action towards whatever it is that they want. And I feel that you're being encouraged to do that. Now, with that memories of love, I just feel that, I feel that it's saying to you, don't allow any memories from the past or memories of love to stop you from moving forward, my darling Aquarians. Because I feel that there is just, that there is some illusions around you at the moment, and it feels murky for you. That's sort of the word that's there, that I feel that your head is a bit murky at the moment. So during this time, it's important for you to trust your intuition, my darling Aquarians. But at the same time, move forward. Don't stop. Don't not move forward here, because this is what you're being encouraged to do. Take the horse by the reins, as I said. You got the Ace of Wands in your hands. Get going, my darling Aquarians. The memories of love are always going to be memories for you. They'll always be there, beautiful memories. But don't allow those to hold you back and stop you from, moving forward with whatever goal, wish or dream it is that you want, my darling Aquarians, because it's here for you. You're being told that you need to take bold, assertive action forward, my darling Aquarians. All right, let's get final messages for you. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. You know, I'd love to know if this resonates. Drop it in the comments. You know, what does this mean to you? Are you feeling a bit disillusioned at the moment? Does that make sense to you? All right, my darling Aquarians. Helpful people. Yeah, I feel there are helpful people around you. And look, you know, that could be the memories of love. Remember who loves you and ask them for help. Communicate clearly. Yes. You know, that way there are no hidden agendas or hidden illusions. My darling Aquarians here, love it. Success! This is coming in for you. That's what I felt off the Knight of Wands. I felt you charging towards your success, my darling Aquarians, not allowing, you know, illusions or anything like that to hold you back. Yeah, you can't make this up. What did I say? Take bold, assertive action. This is the universe saying I meant what I said, my darling Aquarians. And you've got a yes. I mean, you can't make this up. These readings have been all very powerful. So, you know, like I said, what's coming in for you, you're being encouraged definitely to trust your intuition here, but just be aware that there could be some things hiding in the shadows for you, my darling Aquarians. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon. Hi there, my darling Pisces. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to your reading for the week of September the 8th, 2025. So, my darling Pisces, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my Shell Knight Tarot cards, and then finish off with Angel Answer cards. All right, my darling Pisces, what messages does Pisces need to know? Now, we just had that eclipse in your sign. I think it was this yesterday, the 7th. So, yeah, that energy will be hanging around for a good few months. And then we've got the other eclipse in your opposite sign of Virgo coming in on the 21st. So, yeah, big eclipse energies at the moment, my darling Pisces. All right, the waiting game. Funnily enough, excuse me, funnily enough, it was Virgo that also had this card, and I remember it, the waiting game. So that is freaky, my darling Pisces. So maybe go and watch the Virgo reading, because there could be a message in there for you, my darling Pisces. So, I mean, this is like the tree of life from what I'm looking at here. It looks like, you know, the tree of life is inside, you know, waiting. But as it was for Virgo, it was a case of, I felt that they'd been in some kind of holding pattern, that, you know, that you'd been waiting for something. You know, these eclipses could be the time that there's no more waiting, my darling Pisces. So let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Pisces. What does Pisces need to know for this week of the 8th of September? Two of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Lovers. Ooh. So we've got Taurus and Gemini showing up here, my darling Pisces. So if you have Taurus or Gemini in your chart, I would definitely encourage you, any placements of Taurus or Gemini, go and watch those readings, because there definitely could be a message there. And like I said, Virgo had this, and they've also got eclipse this month. So I would definitely go and watch the Virgo reading as well, because there could be a message there. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Two of Cups. Now, what I'm seeing here, and it's just about shouting at me, what I'm seeing here is love and marriage, my darling Pisces. So if you're not already partnered up and you're not already married, this month you could be. I feel just with this, no more waiting game. You know, if this is a relationship that you felt, well, what are you waiting for? What's next? This week, these eclipses, that's going to speed up for you. I feel there is no more waiting game, my darling Pisces. So yeah, it's like shouting at me, this reading. So the Two of Cups is all about you and it couldn't be, a soulmate type of energy. This person's supposed to look very different to this person. The Two of Cups is, it's like I said, a soulmate type of energy. So if you have not met your soulmate yet, my darling Pisces, this could be the week that you do that. Or it's a case of you recognize this person that you've been with as the person that you want to be with forever. The rest of, your soul person, whatever that means to you, my darling Pisces, just with what's on the table and the messages that I'm getting is this is your soul person. Now, if you're not looking for love, not everyone's looking for love. If it's not love, it's just you and your higher self, that you are in tune more with your higher self here, my darling Pisces, whereas you may have not been before, that you've may not have been so in tune with that. But I feel like I'm reading for the majority of you here when I say this person is coming in, and this could quite easily lead to marriage. No more holding back here. No more waiting, my darling Pisces. No more waiting game. This could be the week, just with what's here on the table. Because then you got the Hierophant. And the Hierophant, or Hierophant, whatever you want to say, is all about marriage. This is basically the marriage cards. 2 keys. He is in communications with the heaven and the earth, my darling Pisces. In the traditional tarot, the Hierophant is blessing 2 people down here. It can also be a card of higher learning, government institutions, things like that. But what I'm getting off this reading for you is that this is marriage, my darling Pisces. So if you're not already, if you're already married, this could just be a strength thing. Maybe you're renewing your vows. I don't know. Like I said, it's different for everybody. But if you are with someone, I think this week will be the no more waiting. Like, as I said, I think this has been going to be the week where the relationship gets stronger. It moves to the next level, my darling Pisces, which I think is beautiful for you if this is what you've been wanting, my darling Pisces. Like I said, if you're not looking for love and this is not love, then I feel that there'll just be something like I said, with that 2 of Cups, that's you and your higher self. I feel like you'll be more in tune with with your higher self, the heavens and the earth, because that's what the Hierophant represents as well. He is in tune with the heavens and the earth, my darling Pisces. And in the traditional tarot, this was also the Archbishop of Canterbury, from what I'm aware of, back when this tarot deck was, or the original tarot deck, the Waite-Smith, not Rider, but the Waite-Smith tarot deck, the Hierophant was depicted as the Archbishop of Canterbury. So anyway, take that how it resonates, but I just feel, Anyway, then you got the Lovers. So, like I said, this is Gemini energy as well, but I feel this is love. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm getting what I'm getting off it, and I don't often read. I don't do specific love readings, but if it shows up in the reading, I'm going to say it, and I feel it, so I'm going to say it, my darling Pisces. There is love here for you if you want it or you don't, but it's showing up, my darling Pisces. And if this is not love for you, then there's something between you and someone else. I definitely feel other people here, whether it's a Taurus, a Gemini, whatever, other people are showing up here. So if this is you looking for love, this is coming in for you, my darling Pisces. This person is showing up. They're here. There might be something you need to work out because of the waiting game, but I feel like you have been waiting for this person, my darling Pisces. No more waiting, my darling Pisces. They're coming in for you. I feel it so strongly. Like I want to shout it from the rooftops. That's how exciting it's making me feel. I'm going to put it all together because it's shouting at me. No more waiting game. I feel this has turned up just to let you know no more of this, because I feel you might have been in this energy of feeling that you're waiting. No more waiting game. This person's coming in for you, my darling Pisces, and they will feel, your soul will recognize each other instantly, is what I feel. You will be deeply in love. I feel it will lead to marriage. Done deal. And I feel it will be a loving union, my darling Pisces. Like I said, if it's not love that you're looking for, then I just feel this is you and your higher self. You are becoming more in tune with the heavens and the earth. And, maybe there is something between you and someone else. Doesn't have to be love. It can be we all have other people in our life. But yeah, I'm getting love very strongly on this, my darling Pisces. So, if you're not looking for love, I feel, but this reading's probably not for you. So, take what resonates, leave the rest, my darling Pisces. It's not always going to be fitting for everybody, unfortunately. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. Let me know, please, if you feel that you have been in a holding pattern and you've been waiting for this person. You may have already met this person, but they're just showing up here. Drop it in the comments. I would love to know. Let me know so I can congratulate you, my darling Pisces. Recovery, yeah. You might need, that waiting game has given you time to recover, my darling Pisces. Look for a sign, they say. Yes. Look for the signs, synchronicities, all coming through. No need to worry, they say. Well, I don't feel any worry here. And that may have popped up because you have been thinking you're never going to meet someone. The universe is telling you there's no need to worry. In the near future, they say, there's something better. I feel that there's someone better, my darling Pisces. That's just how I'm reading this whole reading. I feel that there is definitely someone or something better coming in for you. And I feel like it's going to happen with this eclipse, this coming in, that eclipse season, my darling Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.